Hello, so it is Caitlin at Out of Wonder, and we're back with another video in the curriculum kind of plan with me series that I'm doing to gear up for back to school. This one focuses on what I'm doing for AP Language, which is aligned with American Lit, but for obvious reasons I have to meet the AP standards, and so it doesn't look like a traditional American Lit class, if that makes sense, like just a focused American Lit without AP, because we're looking at rhetoric a lot deeper. We're looking at just writing in general, multiple choice, all those things. So our course, or at least it's a course-long question, is how does language shape individual societies and history? First unit, don't really have like one main anchor text. It's a lot of nonfiction. I'm like, is it all nonfiction? Now that I think of it, definitely a lot. I don't know if we have any. Sorry, I am distracted by a giant fly in my windowsill that's trying to get out, but it's not a bee, so it's fine. So we're looking at transcendentalism to start, so I put that down since that's like such an anchor. In general, our unit focuses on education, innovation, imagination, and inspiration I'm also bringing in, because it's the start of the year. I want something, let's see, a little bit lighter, not like super light, but a little bit, to ease into. Although it's kind of going to be like a slam because it's that jump to AP. But that's the first unit. So I'm trying to think. There's a couple like essays too that we look at. I'm trying to think kind of the direction. Start with argument and then kind of introduce elements of argument, so like claims and thesis statements, things that can cross over into RA, and then we dive into RA and introduce that quite a bit. And then I kind of loop back with argument as we go through it. We look at like line of reasoning, and I kind of transition, use one piece to do multiple things. At least that's my goal. So that's going to be our first unit. And then our second unit we move into is going to be freedom and confinement. So we're looking at Gothic Lit. If we have time, I might do some Southern Gothic in there as well. But mainly just short stories. We're going to look at some Poe. We're going to look at Washington Irving. Trying to think what else from the top of my head right now because my notes are in the other room, but I like this idea of introducing freedom in American Lit in kind of a unique angle. It's definitely going to build into our second semester with like revolution and this like game changers unit, but I like the idea of doing that there. So experience of American Dream with Gatsby is our next one, and then that really gears up and ramps up. We do our like rhetorical analysis. Here we focus on tone and diction, and we introduce syntax. Here we really hit syntax and tone, narration, style a lot more there. My kids did really well on style last year, and I definitely think that was Gatsby, but there was a lot of other holes that I had. Only my second year teaching AP, first year, I had a very just excelling group in spite of the circumstances of COVID. But so last year was tougher because they were younger and they had lost some skills and we were just still building. I'm going to do a review unit that is mid-year, and just to wrap up this semester and to just like give them time to process this. I think this group, that will definitely help them. I should have done that last year, but you do what you can do. So start of the second semester, we're going to do a Revolution and Rising Up unit. I think I might just focusing on rising up, like this idea of rising up and like what does that mean? Like revolution, American Revolution. We look at like Cesar Chavez pieces. We look at Gandhi pieces. These are pieces that are AP pieces, and so there's a lot of exemplars out there, and that's why I want to use them. But I think this idea of kind of game changers, it doesn't mean they're perfect either. So I might pull in the perfectionism prompt. I currently don't have it in there, but I think it could work kind of well there. And that's a tough one because I kind of think it's easy to pull shallow evidence, but to get some of that depth to the evidence can be tougher. So after that, we introduce synthesis. So I actually hold off on synthesis. I might do a little bit here, but really I just hit it hard and fast kind of before the exam. And it worked well. Synthesis was our best unit last year, our strongest on the exam. So I'm going to came up with this the other day, but this idea of facts and fusion. This gets at the synthesis idea. It's kind of a tech, social media, synthesis prompts lean themselves into kind of STEM, current events, but current events that to me feel very uncharged. We have eminent domain in there, so that's this. We looked at some kind of whistleblower type pieces from, I don't remember, there's kind of a mix of sources in there too, editorial style, so kids typically really like this unit. And then I'm giving a big review, mainly to re-hit rhetorical analysis, and then here I could do the perfectionate prompt too, is just to, give them that last fine tune. And then after the exam, I think I'm going to pull out Our Town, because usually it does pretty well, teach in a small town, and we look at, universality, sentimentalism, and then we also do like college app essays, some personal narrative in there. I have some other ideas written down too. I don't remember where those are. Probably online lesson plans. But so this is kind of a quick overview of AP, and then I will do a kind of a breakdown of my first unit in a separate video. So if you're curious about kind of that next level, I'll be doing that for AP, I'll be doing that for English 10, I'll be doing that for English 10 Honors, which is kind of a pre-AP, and then I will also be doing that for British Lit. So a lot of different type of units kind of coming your way, so I guess that's the benefit of having 4 props. But if you're new, feel free to like and subscribe. You can check out my Instagram too. I post a lot on there. I post a lot of planner related stuff just in general on both things, but a mix of teaching stuff. So thanks for watching, and let me know how your lesson planning process is going. What kind of questions do you have? What are you thinking? Where are you kind of stuck right now? Let me know down below. So have a good day, and I'll see y'all later. All right, bye.